Time now for the Daily Answer, sponsored by Salem Surround on The Answer Now TV.
But first, we start with the murder of a woman on a Charlotte commuter train. She was from Ukraine and sitting in front of a man named DeCarlos Brown Jr. before she was stabbed. All this on video. And the legacy media, I'm talking about the NBCs, CBS, ABCs, were really, really late in covering. You know who broke the story? News Nation, number 13.
Just into our newsroom in North Carolina, a 23-year-old Ukrainian refugee was stabbed and killed while on a train in Charlotte, North Carolina. In the surveillance video, you can see the man in the red hoodie on the right side of your screen as he raises a folding knife, allegedly stabbing Irina Zarutska 3 times, including in the neck. She had boarded the train just minutes prior. The young woman had reportedly fled Ukraine due to the war, hoping for a safer life in the States. The attack happening late last month around 10 p.m., and at this point, police believe this deadly attack was completely random. The suspect has been identified as 34-year-old DeCarlos Brown Jr. He has multiple arrests dating back to 2011, including assault and robbery with a dangerous weapon. Police say after the slaying, he walked through the rail car, stripping his sweatshirt and waiting by the doors when other passengers began to notice blood dripping from him. He's now facing first-degree murder charges. Just chilling.
Homeless man said to have some mental illnesses, arrested 14 times, including for very serious crimes. And the mayor of Charlotte said this, and I will quote, "We will never arrest our way out of issues such as homelessness and mental health. And we should not be villainizing those who struggle with their mental health or those who are unhoused." End of quote. We will never arrest our way out of it. Well, they've arrested him. Media Research Center headline, "Here we go again. Legacy media is silent on brutal murder of Ukrainian refugee in North Carolina." First paragraph, "A common feature of legacy media coverage leading up to the 2024 presidential campaign was their collective reluctance and or outright refusal to cover heinous crimes that reflected poorly on key Democrat policies." Soft on crime, released a bunch of times. We will never arrest our way out of issues such as homelessness and mental health. Are you kidding me? Guy has been arrested for assault, breaking and entering, robbery with a dangerous weapon, and communicating threats. Was out on the streets. Liz Wheeler tweeted this about coverage. New York Times, articles about George Floyd, 5,987. New York Times, articles about Trayvon Martin, 1,190. New York Times, articles about Kilmar Abrego Garcia, 56. Articles about Daniel Penny, 100. Article about the woman who was stabbed by this repeat offender at the time that she posted this, 0. Elon Musk went on X and posted a flurry of comments about this murder. Musk said, "Let's change the law. Between now and then, name and shame the DAs and judges who enable murder, rape, and robbery, but especially shame those who funded the campaign of the DAs and judges. That will make the biggest difference." U.S. Representative Randy Fine of Florida, Republican, said, "I'm going to introduce legislation to hold judges accountable when violent repeat offenders they release commit new crimes." It's easy to release criminals when you're protected by an armed bailiff at all times. The rest of us aren't so lucky. Those 12-plus judges who released Carlos Brown Jr. should have their day in court, too. To which Elon Musk said in a response, such legislation is sorely needed. And a cultural commentator named Amiri King posted a series of FBI stats. I posted them as well years ago. He said, quote, "You want to know something that should make you very uncomfortable? White people are victims of black violence at insanely disproportionate rates. It's not even close. The suspect is black." Posted this too. Quote, "A white person is 31 times more likely to be victimized by a black person than the other way around." Elon Musk said, "Did you know this? These are just the facts as reported by the government. One can argue about what the solution may be, but the facts are accurate." End of quote. And we've talked about this for years. I remember when the Georgia man was jogging and got shot. LeBron James tweeted, "Black people are afraid to leave their homes. We're catching hell." Really? You want to talk about black, white, violent interracial crime? Roughly between 500 and 600,000 such incidents each year. 85 to 90%, as I've said many times, it is a black perp and white victim, only 10 to 15% the other way around. During the campaign when I ran for governor in 2021, a homeless man, mentally ill, assaulted Governor Gavin Newsom. LA Times said, quote, "Man arrested on suspicion of assaulting Governor Gavin Newsom during Oakland visit." But the mayor of Charlotte says we can't arrest our way out of mental illness and homelessness. So why did they arrest this man? He had 14 previous arrests. And the mainstream media barely covered it until late in the cycle.
For full shows, live and on demand, it's Salem News Channel. Stay informed anytime, anywhere with the Salem News Channel at 9:30 a.m. TheAnswer.com. This has been The Daily Answer, sponsored by Salem Surround on The Answer Now TV.